Hey now, Snodgrass Family Farm here. Bobby Snodgrass.
And I'm Meredith Snodgrass.
We're here today to do some chicken processing and just a little tour of our farm. So today we're working with Cornish cross birds, and we do a free range system here where we start them out with a smaller area. You can see where they've worked over here, and then another smaller area as they get bigger. This is a cover crop example of what they get fed mostly, and it's crimson clover, timothy grass, buckwheat, and also some indigenous oxeye daisy in here. Volunteer. So, and it gives them not only a good base for structure for the ground, but food. These birds are a varied age because we had a problem with predator, and we ended up buying three different batches of birds. One set of birds, our biggest birds in here, which is probably something like that one coming this way, which is a hen. She's about 10 weeks old. We have some 9-week-old birds in here. By this one here, and then this one here is an 8-week-old bird. We like to run them a little big here because the little 3-pound bird really isn't for us. This house is a 3-part house. The top is made to slide off so that we can access the birds from the top. The middle section is made so that we can actually flip it over. If there's only one person here on the farm, we can do it alone. And then the base is also movable by one person. You can't pick it up, but you can actually roll it around. So this has been cleaned out 3 times now. They continually just fill it in. You can figure about getting about this much waste out every time. So that's wood chips and chick manure.
Wood pellets.
Wood pellets turned into wood sawdust. These are killing cones, and they are really a savior. This makes the cat's meow for being able to put these birds down without any complication. Inverted, so they have a relaxed sense at that point, and the blood is going down and keeps them so they drain out well. We've used these sawhorses for several years now. You don't have to use like really good wood for this or anything. And then a toad underneath for everything to drain into. We have a regular, we have a burner underneath here. It's just like a crab boil burner down here, and our barrel's a 55-gallon barrel that is used for food grade. I wouldn't recommend ones that have the paint on them, but I'm not sure where you find them without paint. So right now this is what we're using. In here is our thermometer, floating here with a neoprene gasket. Plastic table that you can clean. We use just a 10% bleach solution to get it all the way clean, and then which is the only time we really use that kind of stuff on the farm. And we do it in a spray bottle so that we don't have to get exaggerated with it. And then here, chicken plucker, it has these fingers that are rubberized and have grooves on them, and on the bottom a plate that spins. Chicken will tumble around in there, and it pulls the feathers off. They come out down here. We spray with some water in there at the same time. coolers are also part of the tool. The just regular, not regular, but we're going to be doing 35 birds today. So we'll go from the cone to the barrel, to the plucker, to the cooler. (160-degree) water right now. It's a little hot, but it will cool after we do a few birds. And then trying to keep movement going. Some people put them in there and just when the water's boiling, and when you're doing it without a chicken plucker, the fact is you have to get it so the feathers come off as easy as possible. His tail feathers are hanging on. It's a beauty. Kind of a smaller one, but just right. Start with the feet. Finding the joint. Once you find a joint, follow it down through and cut on out to the back. Let's get rid of the head. We're going to follow the skin up to the breast there. Then we can open it up, get the esophagus free and also the craw free. The craw is the stomach part that goes where the chicken holds its food to ferment it. And then it goes into the gizzard. I just try to get my finger up under it. Pull it on around, get it off the skin first, and then you can get it off the chest and breast of the bird. Now once all those are free, fall it down a little bit with your finger to make sure you got it free into the cavity of the bird. Spin her around right alongside the anus and the thigh, cutting in. You can see where we're just going to leave that all attached to the tail. Looks like we're all three there. So there you can see we're battling the yellow jackets right now. Gizzard, liver, intestines. Here comes the craw, which is the stuff we freed up in the front there. Also getting the esophagus out. We're going to save the liver for the dog. Pull the green gland off, whatever that is. And cut this off for the gizzard and livers. Now, one more. We got a heart in here. We'll go ahead and close that up into the bucket. Now, the one thing we didn't see come out were the lungs. Let's try to free them up a little bit in there right now and pull out what we have. And then, to give them the ultimate freedom, spraying it out on the inside. This breaks up all the stuff in there, glands that are along the rib bones or backbone, and also the lungs. One lung. Just pull it out. Cut the rest of the skin off the neck. And we're going to free the neck from the bird, that way it's easier for packaging. And the dog loves these. Any extra stuff in there, out. Pass it over to the next station for Mary to do the final process before it goes in the cooler.
Just a little once over. Come for some of the skin or membrane. One more peek inside, and that looks beautiful. And check out this cooler full of chicken. 16 birds. Good. Yeah, I actually do that cooler.
You can see this dirt on the surface there. It's a little bit dry looking, but this is holding its moisture just unbelievably beautiful. And you can see there's still a lot of organic structure in there. See from here. 16 birds in here. We're going to let them sit in the ice for probably about 4 hours. And then we're going to pat them dry and put them in the refrigerator and let them rest for 24 to 48 hours. Now, one of the things about this is not only do you want to let it rest for it, but yourself also after the processing, you'll find a lot more pleasure in eating the bird the next day instead of the same day, in my personal experience, especially when you're processing a handful or more. After they have rested in the refrigerator for the first day and a half, then we go into a turkey bag, because we have turkey bags abundance from our industry. So what we do, put them in the turkey bag, suck it down with the shop vac, spin it, tie it, put it in another turkey bag to double it up, suck it down with the shop vac once again, spin it and tie it, and then into the freezer they go.
And one thing is, when you're refrigerating them to cool them off, you don't want them to just be in the fridge dry with nothing covering them. Preferably some moist towels, or even put them in a bag even, so that they don't dry out.
Spiral Living Center is a 501c3 nonprofit committed to promoting sustainable living skills in the Illinois Valley since 2006. For more info on our work, visit spiralliving.org.